Hi, it's Romella, and today is the 27th of October, and this is, for me, it's half term, so it's a little bit of a lazier energy, a little bit calmer, a little bit less frantic, no school runs to do, so a little bit more time in the day without being pulled hither and thither by the children's needs. Well, not so much needs as education requirements. So this week we have, at the end of the week, we have Samhain. So I've got my new deck that I haven't opened yet, Seasons of Witch, Samhain Oracle. So that is a fun time. I always find I find October really revolutionary is the word that comes through. It's always the month that I get my hair bobbed really short, and I had that done last Sunday, so I'm going to be doing some unboxing shortly so I can show my hair in a little bit. But October, it feels like it's called the Witch's New Year, and it really feels like a new energy to me. It feels like possibilities, timing, things coming, things completing, and being able to have that space to move on into a different way really is what is coming through for me at the moment. Hopefully for you too. I have spent a lot of time. I've just submitted some huge exam paper, 45 pages long, for a qualification I signed up for in February, and been told I've got 97%, which is amazing. But actually it feels like that has released something in me, and I have actually published 5 books over the weekend using a lot of my old courses that I've had and don't use at the moment. So I've bookified them, which I'm really excited about. I feel like a new energy, and hopefully that is true for you too. So let's crack on and see what wisdom we have got coming through. So the main, I've bought this is one of my favorites, Wisdom of the Oracle, and the crows are constantly talking to me at the moment. Whenever I drive anywhere and I'm thinking something, I will see one, or there'll be one doing something, and it's just that, so they're speaking to me. So I thought we'd pull a card from the crow deck as well later, but let's have a look at this one. This is Wisdom of the Oracles by Colette Baron Reid. Quite a big deck. I've got this in pocket size, and I've got it in pocket size so that I can actually leave it in the car so I can pull cards, or if I'm traveling I've got a small deck, because it is one of the card decks that just really speaks to me. The imagery is beautiful, simplicity with the words as well. It is a lovely deck. Oh, let's have that one. So yeah, let's see what we've got coming through. So the first one that's literally flown out the deck, or flipped out the deck, we have Unfinished Symphony. And like I said, this feels like an energy at the moment of clearing up things that we're finished with, things that we're ready to move through, things that perhaps we signed up for that we're not so sure about. We can either finish it, or we can just leave it and literally leave it unfinished. So just as I was saying earlier, like this course that's been I've been doing and participating in, but it really needs to be done, and I was really pushing myself to get it done by last Wednesday. I got it finished, and it feels like a whole tab has closed down for me, because it's quite a big tab to have open. So I'm really pleased that that tab is now closed, that I've got my distinction and I'm ready to move on. So what I'm asking you is, what have you got going on that is perhaps one of those open tabs that you can either do a push to get finished, get completed, and move on, or perhaps you just need to release it? That is the message. Because when I was doing this exam paper, I did think, oh, should I just not bother? Should I just let it go? But part of me, it's always although I'm not always a completer finisher, with this I really want to, when I start a course, I do like to finish them. So I did push myself through, and I was pleasantly surprised by how I'm going to use this course moving forward, which perhaps I wouldn't have felt had I not done the exam paper. So yeah, Unfinished Symphonies. And just on that, I know I'm talking a lot about me, but I think it's important to share examples. I started an angel message book back in 2018, 7 years ago. And it is, again, it's one of these open tabs. It's one of these things, I really ought to get that finished. I really ought to just spend some time and get rid of the duplicate messages, because I'd created it from I know over a few months of offering free readings on my Facebook page. And I thought, right, I'm going to collate these and I'm going to create a book from them, which is what I sort of started doing. And it's taken 7 years for this unfinished symphony to actually be in a space where it can be reviewed, and it has actually been published. So it's actually just been delivered. So I'm going to be doing an unboxing of that at the minute. So yeah, some of these things that are open, like this book, it hasn't been on my awareness every single day. However, it's one of those things that when I think about writing, it's there as something that's been started but not completed. I even got so far as to print out, to pay to have it printed, just because sometimes it's easier just to read things through in the paper format rather than online. And so it's been a physical thing sitting in my space since that, well, probably for about 4 or 5 years. So for that to now be finished and gone, it's like a release. I can move forward. And like I say, since doing that one book, I've actually revamped a few of my books and created some new ones as well. So yeah, this energy, this things, when we've got these tabs open that we're sort of stuck in this energy, when we get them done, or when we decide yes or no, do or let go, then our energy shifts and we really can move so fast. It's, yeah, interesting. So I share a lot about myself there, but then I think we all have things that have probably been hanging around as things we'd like to do, and perhaps we don't get time. But when we've got this awareness of them, they are literally a tab open in our mind, and they are literally draining energy just by being there and being open. And when we can close them down, we actually have more capacity to do other things. Yeah, so whether it's a complete or not, this one's just jumped out. What have we got here? Orphaned. Yeah, and this again, it's this energy of letting go of things that aren't serving you. So it might be a course, it might be an app, it might be some social media, it might be just decluttering, it might be relationships, whatever it is, use this time of this witch's new year, this new energy, just to review what's holding energy in your space that you can let go of. And as I say that, I noticed that oops, sorry, just not the camera. The garden is absolutely full of leaves off the cherry tree. It's, there's some spaces you can hardly see the grass because how much has been released, and that is the energy of the season. That's how we can work with the energy of the season, to let things go, to move things through, is by following what nature is doing. So following and releasing all the stuff that's not going to serve us moving forward, and that can be releasing it through completion, or through letting go. And we have another one, all that glitters. So there's the phrase, isn't it? All that glitters is not gold. But some of it is gold. And this is where we are, I think, at the moment, is working out what to keep, what to release, where to focus, what to do. Sometimes we make decisions that feel like, oh yes, this is gold, this is what I want to do, this is so shiny and attractive, magpie syndrome. And we might sign up for something, or we might want to do something, and then actually we're partway through or just before the event, we think, this is really not what I need at the moment. And it's recognizing that and allowing yourself to say, do you know what, I might have paid for this, I might have booked it in my diary, but actually it's not for me at this moment. It's not the right thing for me to do with my energy. So that feels a good reminder. And also just looking at this through the camera, it's not quite as clear because I'm a little bit further away, but there's a dragon. Is it Smaug the dragon in Lord of the Rings, who sleeps on his mountain on top of all the gold, because that's what he just hoards it all, and that's not the energy of what we need to be doing at the moment. It very much is an energy of, yes, we can attract wealth, attract abundance, and attract the things we want, but it's not just about lying on top of them and holding them. It's about sharing them and taking them out into the world, doing the things, experiencing. So for me, again, just going back, for me, all of this that I'm lying on top of, it's all my information, my courses, my books in the planning stages that are just sat on my computer. for, well, some of them decades, let's be honest. And that's not helping anybody. It certainly isn't helping me, because I'm holding it in my energy, but I'm not moving forward with it. And it's not helping you either, because all this information could be just the thing you're looking for. And is that smaug energy of not lying on top of all your gold, but actually going and sharing it. So, and yeah, there's a lot of me coming through in this message, but I tap into the collective, and I always find that what's going on for me is usually going on in other people, particularly the people that, like you, that follow me, watch, read, hear me. So yeah, the important messages, I think, here of, what have you got open that you can either complete or close it down and not complete it, let it go. That's important. With the gold, what are you lying on that actually could be an asset for you? Yeah, important, I think, those. Let's have a look and see what the crows have got to say to bring it to a conclusion. I do love how these readings just come together so beautifully. So let's have a tune in. What messages have the crows got for us for this week? Warning. Oh, interesting. Now we've got 52, and this to me is like an end of the year warning, because if it's 52 weeks of the year, yes, I think it's probably 52, 54 in the deck, but 52, when I see 52, it is that end of year energy, and there's the warning, and for me it feels, excuse me, it does feel around this about, now is the time to do a bit of clearing, to get rid of the things, to get some focus in, to make some forward momentum, because there is this warning that come the end of the year, we've still got it all in our backpack, we've still got all those tabs open, and that's not going to help us when we move into 2026. So yeah, that's the message I'm really feeling is coming through. I mean, there's fire in here, but it feels very wintry, and yet we've got the buds of flowers coming through. But yeah, it very much feels like a warning to spend the time looking at what's open now. And you might want to do some mind maps of all the things that you've got open everywhere that are on your to-do list, and then maybe collate them down or release them or get other people to do them, which is always a good thing. So yeah, have a think, because that's really going to serve you, especially tapping into this October energy, this Samhain energy, this witch's new year, to tap into, when we move into something new, we want to release the old, a bit like with the full moon and the new moon as well. In the new moon, for me, there's always this element of release as well, alongside the planting of the new to move us forward. So yeah, that is the messages, I think, very powerful ones this week. I am going to be doing, as ever, my Wheel of the Year energy editing. So I'll be sorting that probably later today, actually. And that is basically for each of the Sabbats in the Wheel of the Year. I do some energy editing around what comes up at this time of year to really help you release, to tap in and to release them. They are £33 each, as well as the recording, which is usually about 40 minutes maybe. There's always self-care information there. There is journaling prompts as well that you can use to support yourself moving forward. If you are interested, I'm also going to launch it as the full 8 series as well. So most of them I've done since February, I think I started. There's a couple that I've missed over the holidays. But as we go through the next Wheel of the Year, or continue to move through, there will, you would have a full set of 8, and that will be available. So if you're interested in those, please let me know. I will be talking about that again shortly. I will also be doing an unboxing, because although I've had this a while, I didn't think there was any point opening it until it was actually end of October. So I'll do an unboxing of that, and on my Facebook page I will pop on have a card pulled for you for a message as well, particularly because this week there's a little bit more energy, and and time available because there is no school. Yes. So I wish you all blessings and joyful release and joyful focus, and time to replenish yourself. That's really, really important. So I shall see you all soon. Take care.